I know what you're thinking. Is this some kind of mistake? Isn't this a genealogy conference? What does connecting with living family have to do with genealogy? I assure you, it's not a mistake and you're in the right place. We created this track to help open your mind to the possibilities that can happen when you connect your love for the deceased and genealogy with your love for the living and helping them to maybe experience some of that. So, what I want to do today is explore the power of connection a little bit. I think the best way to illustrate this is to hop back to the year 2020. When you were put into isolation, what were some of the feelings that you experienced? How did you cope? I know for me, I was struggling. Even with 4 kids in my home and my husband, I still felt isolated. I realized I had taken for granted all of the many connections I had in my life before that. Even the connections with the checkout person at the grocery store or the teachers and neighbors that I have. Those connections were missing and I could feel that. I had the opportunity at that time to help found the 21-day Family Connections experiment. The experiment is focused on exploring the benefits of connecting with family past and present. As part of that, I was invited to come here and help you just discover and explore what connection can do for you and your family. So with that, I want to invite you to explore some of the research that I explored with me. All right, this first one is from the Canadian Mental Health Association blog, and it says, connecting with others is more important than you might think. Social connection can lower anxiety and depression, help us regulate our emotions, lead to higher self-esteem and empathy, and actually improve our immune systems. By neglecting our need to connect, we put our health at risk. I thought that was totally fascinating when I first realized that. The fact that it could affect our mental health, our mental health makes sense, right? But our physical health, that had never occurred to me that loneliness could have that kind of effect. So I thought that was worth noting. This next one is from the Stevens Center, and I think this one we can relate to pretty easily. We all want to belong. Belonging is at the core of the human spirit. That makes sense. I think we come into this earth feeling that need to belong, and if we've ever felt rejected in any circumstance, we can relate to how important belonging feels or is a need. So that one makes sense. Let's move on to one more, because I also wanted to tie in and figure out how it connected to our families and family relationships. So this one is from the Journal of Innovation of Aging, which this is actually quite interesting. It says, family relationships provide resources that can help an individual cope with stress, engage in healthier behaviors, and enhance self-esteem, leading to higher well-being. The potential risks and rewards of these relationships have a cumulative impact on health and well-being over the life course. I thought that was really powerful. These relationships are really critical. So if we combine our need for connection, our inherent need to belong, as well as how powerful family relationships can be on our life, you have this trifecta of a lot of power. And if we can learn as genealogists and family historians to combine that power, put it together, well, that's the essence of this track. So come explore with me. The first part of the track is connect your past and present family with shared memories. Now, the goal of this part of the track was to help you, first of all, have that paradigm shift we talked about, help you realize what family history really is, and use memories to help connect your living family with your past family and continue to create and preserve those memories. In order to illustrate this a little bit better, I want to take you to a quote that I love. I've been teaching family history for several years now, and when I found this quote, it was several years ago, and I share it as often as I can, because when I experienced this quote for the first time, it was mind-blowing for me, and I hope it will be for you. It's from Alan Packer, and he said, "Family history is more than genealogy, rules, names, dates, and places. It's more than a focus on the past. Family history also includes the present as we create our own history." Interesting. Let's see what he keeps saying. It includes the future as we shape future history through our descendants. What? A young mother, for example, sharing her family stories and pictures with her children is doing family history. What? It's not just genealogy charts, and I'm already doing it. This was such an incredible find for me to read this because it changed my perspective to, actually, it changed it to what I want to share with you next. And this, I stole this quote from livingfamilyhistory.com, and it's just on their homepage, but it is poetic. You have to hear. You ready? Listen. Each one of us is living family history day by day. Today's family living is tomorrow's family history. Let that sink in. I love that. We are the family history of the future. We are living the family history of our families. And all this track is designed to do is to help you know how to preserve that family history so that future generations can enjoy it. I hope you have fun exploring this one. Next, you can come along and explore activities to engage and connect with your family. This one is going to be loads of fun. It's designed to basically make genealogy more, make the finds that you have with genealogy and family history and make them powerful and meaningful in the lives of your living family. All of the ideas on this track are going to be fun and incredible experiences for both you and your family. The project that I mentioned earlier, I think does this beautifully. We have this huge library of resources, and what it is a whole bunch of different activities, ideas, ways that you can connect with your family, like celebrating ancestors' birthdays and having a Q&A around the dinner table, getting to know your kids a little bit better, or sharing your own personal story, maybe calling grandma or grandpa on the phone or aunt and uncle, and just asking a specific story of their lives. It's ideas that will just help you connect in fun, easy, and ways that maybe you wouldn't generally think were genealogy or family history, opening your mind to those possibilities. The reason that I share this is because I want to share an example from one of our participants who did this in May during the height of the isolation in our area of the world. And she said, I learned that my kids are more interested in family history than I realized. I can make it fun for them and help provide them with a love of family history. We can build stronger family ties together by focusing on our past. I love that because she applied what we're talking about. She took the power of connection in this time when her family was having a hard time. And then actually that reminds me of another experience one of the participants shared with me. And she basically just said, we could be fighting. We could have all sorts of different things going on in our household. And every day at the end of, or every day when we would come together for the experiments activity of the day, we would all find ourselves laughing and just having so much fun as a family. It was a great connection experience. And I remember reading that and being like, wow. And what both of these participants did was take the power of connection, combine it with our need to belong and feel like we're part of something, and then also included that extra dose of family relationships, and that's that award-winning combination. So they had some really incredible experiences. Now, I want to share with you one more quote, and this is from Stephen Walters. He's a family therapist, but I love what he says here. He says, we all feel stronger if we are part of a tapestry. One thread alone is weak, but woven into something larger, surrounded by other threads, is more difficult to unravel. I want you to chew on that for a minute. What does it mean for you to be part of a bigger family than just you and even your spouse or the ones that live close within the proximity of your home? It is important to be part of this bigger tapestry, and that's what this series is designed to help you do. But it also leads me into what we're going to do with our next series, which is discover and connect with new family. This is so much fun. In today's society, with modern technology, this has never been easier, has never been more fun, and has never been such an incredible experience. Think about it. All of the tools that are out there, there's DNA kits, there's trees like Family Search's collaborative tree, where you can connect with other people who share your family tree, which is your new family, right? People you don't know, but they share your tree. What about relatives at Roots Tech? What an incredible tool. I've been using it for years as I've attended Roots Tech conferences, and I have met so many cousins and new family members that have become great friends. Last year, in fact, I met a new cousin named Carrie, and she is so great. We spent so much time together, going to Roots Tech events and, going out to dinner and things like that. So not only did I make this incredible friend, but guess what? She had access to a library, a huge library of photos, documents, and stories that I would have never had access to had I not met her. And now we're working together to digitize it and bring it to the rest of our family. So that's one reason, making friends, another reason, getting access to new resources. But a point I would really love to make that came to my mind as I was thinking about this was, what if you're one of those people who feels like your tapestry is pretty big, it's pretty full, you're good, I want you to consider what it might mean to some of your family who maybe they've lost sight of that tapestry, and you have this big, beautiful tapestry, but if you connect with them, you can give them that gift of knowing that they belong to something way bigger than themselves, and that they have so much more to live for and contribute to and be part of. I just think that could be a really powerful experience for some people. So as you explore this series, take those ideas and run with them. I cannot wait to hear from you and see what ideas you come up with. I hope that you'll write comments in the chat boxes. I will totally come and try to find them and hear from you. And definitely check out, see if we're related, Olivia Jewell at Relatives at Roots Tech. I would love to hear from you. But before you dig completely into that series, I want to invite you to take a journey with me on the Power of Connection series. This series was created so that we could explore a little bit deeper why connection is so important. So come with me, take this journey with me as we draw upon the expertise of scholars, therapists, and practitioners as we interview and talk with people like you and me who have had firsthand experiences with emotional and physical difficulties and have found ways to overcome them through connecting more with their family, past and present. And also just come and learn more about the 21-Day Family Connections Experiment. It's a community project built by the community for the community, and it is an incredible resource to you and your family, anyone who is struggling or even just wants to connect more. Come learn more about it, learn how you can participate, take part, contribute to, with your ideas and your activities that maybe could help other people connect. It's been such an incredible journey to be part of that. It's an incredible journey to be here with you today and sharing these experiences with you. So I hope you'll join me on that track and have so much fun exploring the rest of these tracks. Enjoy Roots Tech and go connect.